Hi, this is Rick from Tactical Newbie, and today we'd like to talk about our day pack. Tomorrow night after work, we're going to head up to the Poconos, set up a little camp area, and do a 4-hour fire challenge. And what I mean by that is I want to try to build a fire that lasts for 4 hours and see how much wood it takes, how much time it takes to properly prepare the wood to get ready to get the fire started. And it'll be a good test because it rained all day yesterday and most of the day today. So let's see what we're taking along with us in this day pack. The first thing we have, and we've already reviewed these, is our work gloves, and we're going to take those along. We're going to take some knee pads along. These are regular work knee pads from Home Depot. Up in the woods, it's probably going to be really wet. Instead of all that bending over, you can just kneel down. This is the Kelty Red Wing 44 pack. It's perfect for what I'm going to be doing in my day hikes. There is some gear in here that I'm going to be testing that normally would not go with me on a regular day hike, but let's run through it real quick. First of all, right here on this pole is this whistle, this compass, this magnifying glass, and this thermometer. In the front pocket of this, we have two different maps. Number one, I always carry a fishing map with me because I enjoy fishing, and this is all the stock streams around Pennsylvania. And this is a Pennsylvania map I just keep with me in case I need it. Probably won't need either of these, but they're inside the pack. This is a scarf that was actually made in Egypt, and it's kind of multi-purposeful, good for winter, good for summer. You can wrap it around this way, use it as a scarf, put it over your head. It's not that thick, but it's really lightweight. I'm taking that along as an extra warmth if I need it. We have emergency blankets. Basically, we have 3 of them in there. We're going to be using them to build our structure that we'll be sitting under. And as I said, there's 3 of them in there. We have, because they're calling for a chance of rain or snow, take along an extra large poncho. And this is just a cheap one from, I think, $2.99 from Walmart. And we're going to take that along in case we need it tomorrow night. See, that's the other one of the other emergency blankets that was already pre-used. And then I think I just have a pen in there, and some other extra lighter goes in there. In the top pocket up here, we have about 100 feet of power cord, and we're going to be taking that along to use as tie downs for the tarp you're going to see in a few minutes. We also have, as a backup plan, light me tinders. I'm actually thinking about taking the candle out of my micro kit and throwing one of these in its place. Because it's such a wet environment, I want to make sure I have the capabilities of getting a fire started one way or another, so I picked up a pack of those to take along with me. And then as a last resort, after hunting season, I always get my toe warmers and my hand warmers. I always have a couple in there just in case. You can throw them in and stay warm. Let's take a look on the outside pockets. First of all, what's really nice about this kit, and hopefully you can see this, is behind these pockets there's a flow through all the way down to this bottom pocket. So down this side of the slide out, we have our VK16. It is actually a really nice blade. You notice there's some wear on it from doing some batoning. Works really great. Only complaint is it might be a little short for how much wood I'm hopefully going to process tomorrow night, but we'll see how it goes. Inside the front pocket, again, we have a backup called Live Fire. So as I said, I want to make sure I can get a fire going. And we're actually going to use the Smith sharpener that you've seen in one of my other videos with this little fire starter there. So we're going to be testing all of this stuff, and that just fits really nicely in that front pocket. And again, there is a second backup mini compass. Where I'm going, I'm probably not going to need it. I know the area fairly well. There's not a chance of getting lost. In the outside pocket here, we have our water Katadyn hiking filter. In my regular day pack, this is probably going to stay at home. And let me grab it right here. In fact, we're going to replace it out right away, right now, with Life Straw. Eventually, we're going to be getting a water bottle with this, and this will actually be replaced as well. So that's basically in the side pocket there. All the way down here is a flashlight, Nebo flashlight. It both is a flashlight and it is a laser. There is a laser in there. No real purpose for the laser, but it's a pretty bright flashlight if I need it. And we have that along. On the other side over here, we actually have our Streamlight mini lantern. And we're taking this along more for testing purposes than anything else. It's a little heavy to have in your day pack. It's usually in my Get Me Home pack, but I want to see if this works and how bright it is out there in the woods tomorrow night. So that's going along for testing. Down the side of this pocket is something brand new. This is my new saw, 10-inch saw. I've actually used it the other day. I was playing around in the woods and it actually cuts real well. My only concern is this is really flimsy. If this thing gets caught up and bent, it could become worthless very quick. So we'll see how well this works in processing in my 4-hour fire challenge. So that's basically all that's over here. In this pocket, we have a Tasco monocular. That comes out of the side bottom pocket down there. And we have another flashlight headlamp. Red there, white there. Just bright enough. I'm planning on, if it can get it warm enough outside, I'm going to do some reading. And you'll see that when we open up the inside of the pockets. Inside our backpack is, and we're not going to go into some of these things, we have a couple of different hats depending on how cold it is. Just a plain beanie, a full ski mask, and then some gloves that I use for hunting. The really cool part about these gloves is there's a little pocket right here you can put your hand warmers in. And so if it gets too cold, you can have your fingers available to you so you can do things, but you can just cover them up and have a heat source in there. These things work really well when it's cold. I have 3 meals from Mountain House. These are only if I need them, but I might be testing one of these out in the field. I want to test out my new stove that you'll see in a minute. And chicken and noodle, lasagna with meat, scrambled eggs and bacon, depending on when I'm able to test it. This is just an extra scarf. There's 2 bandanas in here, the book I'm going to read, and a small copy of the New Testament with me up in the woods. Inside this pack, real quick, is my whole cook set. And what I want you to see here is on my normal day pack, this is what I'll be taking along. Just that in my normal day pack. But I want to test out this stove that I got. And so I throw everything inside of here like this. In my everyday carry tier 2 fanny pack, I have silverware, so I don't have to have that in there. And this is going with me because I'm going to test it to see how well it works out in the woods tomorrow, because I've not used it yet, and it's a good testing piece. This is the tarp I'm going to use. It was from Ace Hardware. It's a 6x8. I like the color brown because it fits in better with the woods. It's heavy duty, and we're going to see how this works. Basically, I want it to give me a protective cover. This is my what I refer to as my level 1 first aid kit. Someday I'll take a little more time, and go into what's all in there. But it has all the extra bandages, rags, burn cream, medicine, anything I need for when I'm out in the woods I could have. We take along, and they're inside here for now, 2 bottles of water. And last but not least, in almost all of my packs, I carry 2 rather large garbage bags. Because tomorrow night when I'm out, I'm planning on going back to the cabin after my 4-hour fire challenge. But if I would get stuck out in the woods, these things would be extra large. I fit inside of them. You can stuff them with leaves. They're an extra barrier. I'm probably going to use one, as the scouts would call, as a sit-upon. And that's basically my day pack that I'm taking into the woods. Hopefully you'll get to see how this all works for me. This is Tactical Newbie. Thank you for being part of the journey, because tactical needs to begin somewhere. If you like this video, please subscribe to show YouTube that you enjoy tactical videos. This has been a video about our day pack, the Kelty Red Wing 44, and what we're taking into the wilderness tomorrow night.